Hello everyone and welcome back to my safe space. So a few people commented on some of my recent videos asking for a video surrounding mental health regarding children. Now at first I was a bit skeptical because, as I say, I don't have any qualifications, and obviously the mental health of children is really important, as is everybody's, so I wouldn't want to give any wrong advice. But having thought about it, I think this is a really important time to work on the mental health of children, because obviously this time's scary for everyone, but also children don't really understand as much as we do probably what's going on, and also this is probably one of the only times where they'll get a big lump amount of time off school with not a lot of things to concentrate on. So I thought I'd give this a go. I've done a bit of research into it and I'll give a little bit of advice from what I learned whilst at Healthy Minds. As I say, I don't have any qualifications in this, so none of these activities are actually from therapy or anything like that. It's just advice that I would give if I were to try and help with a child's mental health. It's obviously going to be quite similar to my usual advice surrounding teenagers and adults' mental health, but just some more fun and light-hearted activities. Like I said a minute ago, I've done a bit of research into fun games and positive reinforcement activities, so I'll go through those, and I've also thought of a couple of things myself. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy this video and I do hope it helps as always. The first thing I will say stands for children, teenagers, adults, old people, anything, is waking up and starting the day with a bit of positive reinforcement in your mind. So when you wake up, before you start to think about what you have to do today or what's on your mind, what's worrying you, just remind yourself that you are important, you are loved, people want you to be happy, you are worthy of happiness, and you can attain happiness. Now obviously you can say this to yourself if you are a young person watching this, but also if you're watching this to try and look out for a young person, you can tell it to them and then remind them to tell it to themselves in the future. I think positive reinforcement and just reminding ourselves how much we actually are valued is so important for mental health, because when you're reminded of your worth, you're reminded just how much it's important to look after your mind and your body, which is obviously the first step in improving any part of your health. The second thing I would recommend, particularly for children, is reading. Now I know I mentioned reading in a previous video, but for children I would really recommend just reading storybooks, obviously like fictional books rather than something challenging or like heavy. I think it's really important to be able to just lose yourself in a book as a child and become the character that you're reading about. Obviously if you can't access books or libraries at the moment, there is often free books online for children to read. I found a really good website called freechildrenstories.com, which I'll link below, and it seems to have a good array of like stories for different age groups of children. So yeah, I'd definitely say reading would be my first port of call, because if you become the character you read about, then you often forget about your own worries or anything else that's going on in your life that you'd rather not think about, which is important for children, especially at the moment, because I'm sure they will be aware of the stresses that probably their parents or people they know are facing. The second thing I would suggest is colouring in. Now I've seen a lot of people are putting pictures of rainbows that they've drawn in their windows for people to walk past and cheer them up, which I think is such a good idea. So if you have colouring pens and paper at home, maybe draw a rainbow, because that way it's good for your own mental health as a child just to see colours and to create something that you could be proud of, but it's also probably good for the other children who walk past and get to look at your beautiful rainbow pictures, because it'll be definitely a thing to brighten up their day as well. Now again, if you don't have colours and paper at home, I have found an app which is called Colourify. I'll link it below again, and it's free colouring in, so it gives you a little picture and then you can just tap on the colour that you want on the bottom of the screen and tap on where you'd like to use that colour on the picture. And yeah, I think it's really good. I think particularly looking at certain colours can increase different levels of creativity and compassion and stuff in our mind. For example, I know the colour green is often linked to feeling creative and inspired, so anything along those lines is definitely good for boosting your mood. Another thing which I took a lot of joy in as a child was music, so I would say definitely if you can access like YouTube, like what you're watching right now, you can go on and type in most songs and they're all on YouTube, and you can just have a little dance around your room or wherever you have space to feel yourself. Don't worry about what anyone would think if they were watching, just have a little dance around and just be in the song and enjoy the song and enjoy the music. I think music's really good because often lyrics are quite relatable and a good thing to think about, and again a way to take your mind off your own situation, but also having a little dance will release endorphins, which is an amazing thing to boost your mood. Now the final thing I would say is spending time outdoors. I'm aware that not everybody has a garden of their own, but if you have like a small local park or a walkway or something like that you know someone can take you to and you'll feel safe and comfortable there, I think that's a really good way, just looking at the nature, taking in some fresh air and maybe having a little run around is really good for boosting your mood. Obviously stick to government guidelines with that advice and make sure if you do go out it's only once for exercise, and if you do see other people, take the precautions that we have been advised to take. But yeah, I really hope this video is useful for somebody, and as I said, I'm not qualified, it's just what I would personally do or what I would advise somebody close to me to do. So fingers crossed this little bit of research has helped, and if it has, please feel free to let me know, and also feel free to let me know any other videos along these lines that you would like to see. Thank you so much again for watching, and I really do hope to see you soon. Bye!